Hey, yeah, it's Babya, and I'm here to play some Minecraft with you. This is my first video ever, so please excuse the unpleasantness. I want to quickly explain why I'm making these videos, and then just jump into the good stuff. I love Minecraft. I love playing Minecraft. I love Minecraft music. I love watching other people play Minecraft. It's fun. It's probably my favorite way to just sort of relax and unwind. I work 9 to 5, I have a family, I have a busy life, like we all do. But just taking a moment, take a breath, get creative, and truly enjoy something, appreciate the experience and the joy of that. That's not something I do often enough. So I want to play, listen to some awesome music, and share the joy of the experience with anyone else interested. So let's begin. I had this idea. I tried to test it out here, and my audio was terrible. So I had to restart, and it was such a cool map, too. Anyway, I had this idea, it's probably not an original one, but to jump into a random seed and just start to work with whatever we find. Just create something kind of in that, like, general vicinity. So that's what we're going to do today. So I'm going to just create a new world. Let's make something. We're going to do it in creative mode for sure. I don't have time for the grind. I wish I did, but yeah, for now, we're just going to go for creative, and I'm going to leave it blank for a random seed, loud cheats, and everything like that. We're just going to have some fun. Creative, and let's generate it. Let's see what we get. My computer is not really fast, so bear with me while this loads. I don't have great... it's not a bad computer, but it's not, you know... I'm not a professional recorder, so my mic sucks, and my volume definitely, like, the audio sucks, I know that. So, sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, there I am. Hello. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Okay. Alright, we're in between a couple of different biomes. We got your very traditional kind of areas here. We got a lot of desert space. Oh, that's kind of cool. Watch the lava come in. Some mountains, but the like most boring type of mountains. Wow. Alright, so there's kind of a little bit of everything right in this area. Sometimes I actually don't like that as much. I kind of prefer it if you have a little bit bigger biomes, not too big of biomes. Especially when you're playing in survival, that can get super not fun. I don't know if there's anything terribly inspiring. I don't want to go too far away in any one direction. I kind of just want to, challenge myself to create something in this area. It's kind of cool. We've got this little kind of section here, right in between all of these rivers that take you into all of the different kind of biomes. That is kind of cool. I almost wonder. This is kind of the kind of place you'd expect to see a village pop up, right? You've got there's dirt all along here. I've never seen that before. Are we getting close to some ocean? No, I don't want to go that far out anyway. Oh, this is kind of cool as well. Wow, I've never really seen so much. What's the biome here? Minecraft River. Okay, so I guess it's just because there's a river running through this area here. I'm not used to seeing grass so much right next to these desert areas. So that's kind of cool. I could actually kind of see that as a place where, like, this whole area is, where villages would totally pop up and exist. So maybe we'll make our own little custom village. But, I don't know. You'll have to tell me what you think. I don't know. I'm new to this. We'll see. Alright, so let's start figuring out a color palette and go from there. Okay, so I think I've got the color palette that I want to stick mostly with. I think I see this as a sunny, happy little place, with a lot of little culture. They appreciate the finer things, like nice fancy rugs, and decorations and such. And I think that this is the poor bee's nests. Make a a pretty nice texture. The ends, we won't be able to use those. Those we'll have to, or you will see a bunch of holes. I mean, I don't know, unless that, I think it just probably looks too obvious that it is indeed a bee's nest that way. We'll probably do something else to break that up there. I don't know what yet. I don't know. I kind of like the fact that the line carries through. I love that they made that match up with the planks. I think the oak looks nice. It almost sort of looks like whoever created, this art on the wall, some of the paint was kind of dripping onto like the boards, and same with the places that they painted the gold. Very extravagant, very fancy, but I think we can do some fun things kind of with this kind of palette going on here. So yeah, don't need to see all of that here. So not really what the house is going to look like, but yeah, I think that looks good for sort of this area. I think I'm going to have make sort of the desert side the main area, and I think we'll have some sort of like country houses in the grassier side, not maybe toward the mountains. So yeah, let's just jump into creating some of these kind of buildings. You know what? I think what we'll do is we'll do a little town planning. We will determine where the major locations should be, and sort of just take it from there. I don't want to do a whole bunch of cuts when I'm making these videos. I kind of want to I don't know, just sort of leave it me hanging out and talking and chatting and us listening to the music and, I don't know, enjoying the experience of figuring out what looks good. Yeah, I don't want to put in, I don't want to go crazy with this. It's just meant to be fun to watch, hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. But, oh, if only I could see. This is me being a professional. Yes, one click does it. Thank you. So let's figure out exactly. I mean, I really love this little spot. This is totally where I've gravitated toward, as far as I feel like this has got to be the central area. I mean, I think we'll clear out some land right over here, extend the water, so we got a little place for a port, for small ships. This is obviously not a rich area, but its location to the sea and to other areas makes it a valuable little trading port. Hence why they have nice things, but we're limited on space here. It's not a big area. So I think this is kind of going to be the main area for not necessarily shops. I feel like shops would come off of the ports. I feel like that's almost like where the mayor of this town would have his nice building that's sort of surrounded by everything, clearly visible in this area. So I think we'll kind of designate, I think we'll leave it up on the hill, but yeah, we'll kind of designate this kind of area up here, out this way. Pretty big. Probably the biggest building in this whole area, honestly. Height-wise, we might go up a little bit, but I think in general, we're going to just sort of make, small little areas. But, okay. All right, so then that'll come up from where the water is going to come from. And I kind of like this right here. It kind of gets a little thicker here. Yeah, I think I see this as kind of where we're going to clear out and push back a little bit. Like so. See what we can clear out here. That's going to have to be wider than that. Maybe like that? Is that wide enough? No, I feel like I need to get rid of this way. I'll work on the actual, filling this all in. I just want to get a general plot of things right now. I don't want to do anything too specific. I'm going to definitely have to bring this land down. This area should definitely be the highest, and it should kind of come down a little bit, but I don't want to spend too much time removing everything here, because everything is already kind of up on that level. If anything, maybe I lift that up. Maybe they built it on some stilts. I don't know. Alright, so, we'll only push it back a little bit then. I don't think you need too much room, because again, this is just meant for smaller trading ships. This is where they they come to meet, you know, the other places that would be otherwise, you know, inaccessible from the greater sea out that way. But they're not really just, it's not going to be an area for people to really travel through. This is more like, not for ships anyways. This will be only for smaller vessels. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do some work pulling this down, but, okay, so if it kind of came out like this. Is that big enough? Oh, that's going to irritate me. Okay, it should come like this. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, that's fine. I might tweak it a little bit more, but that's probably okay. We'll have the water come in around this area here and some docks on this side. I guess where we'll put the docks is like so. We'll probably do maybe 2 of them. Do we want to come in that far? No, maybe we'll just do... Yeah, one doesn't seem like enough. One seems like this is too small, and clearly by my color palette and material choices, they have at least some kind of money here, so I think it needs to be a little more extravagant than that. Okay, so we'll do 2 little docks here and put probably just like 1 ship with some cargo on it in this general area here. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of digging, but that's okay. All right, cool. I like that idea. You'll kind of have a nice little cliffside right here, where I think you could definitely start to have some of the shops. I don't want to come too close to that area. This should be a nice pathway. I want to make sure it doesn't feel too crowded, you know? I want to sort of plan to space it out enough, because if you're too close to it, you actually lose how grand it feels, you know, to see something, you know, that looks spectacular. You kind of need the distance to experience it. So I say we could probably start incorporating whatever kind of business. Maybe we even block it off so that you have to go through this to even get to that you know, the mayor, the governor, whatever. You know, it's a small enough place that probably doesn't have either of those. But you know, whoever is the head honcho here. Yeah, I think we're gonna make this sort of like a protective area, so not just anybody in sort of the slummer areas can get in there. And we'll kind of raise up this ground, make it a little more cliff-like, so the only way to get in to the big head honcho's place is from this sort of guards spot. I don't know why I'm fixing that. It doesn't matter. General shapes are fine. Yeah, that's fine. We'll kind of take this down a little level. And I guess the things that he should be closest to would be the things that are most valuable to them. In an area with lots of water, close to the bigger ocean. I definitely picture a fishing area somewhere, probably over here, because that's, yeah, for sure. Maybe a little bridge and put a little fishing hut right in this island here. I like that. Let's plot that out. Okay. I want to sign. I want to mark this. I very well may forget. What did I designate this for? So, fishing shack. Let's create a little bridge. Obviously temporary, but yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think we'll also, I don't know, we'll make a gold mine. I guess since I put gold in the design, we should probably have a mine for one of those. We'll put shops for traders, and we'll put, I don't know, lots of houses and places for people to live. We'll have the upper class, we'll have the slums, we'll have, I don't know, just a little combination of everything throughout the desert area. And then I guess after we build up this, then we'll consider moving into some of the other areas. But personally, I think I just want to do the desert right now. I'll probably regret that, but let me cut away now and let me take out some of that sand area. That's where the docks are supposed to be, and I don't know, start to plan something out there, and we'll see what you think from that. All right, let's check it out. Okay, so what we are looking at now is I cleared out this space. I filled it in with some water, and you'll see that I started playing around with a little bit of wall textures. I don't want to go too crazy here, but I just sort of wanted to get the concept in. And what ended up happening was when I started carving this area out to meet this kind of cliff area, I didn't want the water to go all the way to the edge, and it kind of made this nice little, albeit narrow, walkway where I thought would be perfect for some little shops. So that is what we made. We're looking at, I don't know, just sort of, if you picture this as the area where people are coming in to do their trading, we're going to see little shops right here with the most, I don't know, the people trying to catch the tourists, the visitors, right at the start. So this, again, I'm going to do that 1,000 times until I get used to that camera mode. I'm just not. Yeah, so you've got, when your ship comes in to trade, you're going to expect some people to, just trade your whatevers here. So that's what I kind of made a shop for. I made a shop that's going to carry, kind of a little bit of whatever. Paintings, dried flowers, some gold. I think the honeycomb texture makes better little, I don't know, trinket pile than any of the actual gold pieces itself. Got books, got a little fireplace area in here. I think I used some of the textures that we will be using in the fancier houses, but limited. We're not trying to go extensive here because this place should be, I don't know, scaled back. This person's probably got some money though. They got prime real estate here. This is where, the number one place probably any of the shoppers would be seeing, down at the waterfront. Granted, we're going to have shops up along this way as well. This is sort of the front lines. But I was also thinking of using this space to tuck in a couple more. I think in addition to doing an area like this, we should do some right over here as well. I'm just going to punch a little hole out. Let's see. And I just went on that big thing about how I don't want to do diagonals. And here I am, putting in a diagonal couple businesses. Why not? Okay, small. That place sold trinkets, and I think we're right down at the water, and, the fishing shop is over that way. That is definitely where you're going to get your main fish. However, I think he needs a stand over this way, because I think that a lot of people aren't going to be bothered to go all the way out to the fishing shack over here. So he's got to have himself a little stand over here to sell some fish as well. Right at the water. To me, it makes sense, right? Right? A little bit? Okay, we'll go with it. Let's see. You'll see that I also played around a little bit with just sort of trying to keep these areas up 2 blocks so that when we eventually do bring in some villagers and things like that, we'll be keeping them safe. Hope relatively safe. Also going to try to light things up nicely. Make it look nice, but also keep mobs down. So far, I've done a good job keeping track of the sun here and sleeping at night. So we've had no nighttime visitors just yet, but it is totally bound to happen. I guess it could go right underneath the guard station. Maybe it would be better suited for something with that, actually. Ooh, that could kind of look nice as an entrance to go up and down. Oh, you know what? Total change of plans. No fish. Fish will move. Fish move. Here. Mayor. He needs quick access down to the docks. Are we really going to expect him to walk all the way around here, down the steps here, all the way? No. He's not doing that. He is going through this and going straight down. Absolutely. Okay, so change of plans. That makes more sense to me. I'm just doing this to stop the sand falling on my head. Working with the sand is the worst. But that's what we're doing. We are working with what we've got. No. Go there. So, okay. So let's see. If we were to... We still have to make it pretty secure, though, because obviously we don't just want anybody coming in here and walking up there. And, so I think, if anything, another little guard outpost is going to have to be down here. let's kind of figure that out. How we can secure that kind of air. You know what? I feel like this needs to come down like I did on the other one. This one, I had you walk in and down, and then your ceiling height wasn't so bad, because if not, it's a little crowded. But just like that. And it already widens up this space so much. Let's do it like this. Perfect. And what I did with the other building as well was I kept the floors neutral, but I gave the walls different colors. I broke into the wood textures and a couple other colors, but kept the floors pretty much just sandstone. There really isn't any great way to texture that except for sand itself. I guess is doable, but I don't know. I kind of just like how this smooth texture looks on the inside, because people are walking around in these stores and locations. They should be more tamped down. It would have more of that texture compared to the looser look of the sand. So I feel like I don't lose much by not having any texturing in the flooring. Okay, all right. So let's plan our staircase up. We want it to go on this side. Maybe, potentially, or it could be on the far side even. Yeah, it probably shouldn't be too close right to the entrance here, because obviously we are going to be blocking this off a little bit. Question is, do we start from the top and work our way down? Well, maybe a little bit. I'm going to mark off where I think it should go, and then we'll see where I meet up with that. I'll just go straight back this way. I gotta go back a bit, don't I? Where's that? There it is. Oh, that's pretty far back. Okay, wow, so this is actually pretty big. So is it maybe a secret entrance? Maybe I'm changing my mind all the time. That's gonna happen. We gotta be flexible with this. So if his staircase is going to be this far back, this could easily be hidden, and you could still have a shop, right? A decent sized shop here. Actually, I thought this was gonna be much smaller. You could have a decent sized shop here, and nobody would ever know except for the shop owner, a trusted person, that this actually led up to a secured area. Yeah, we'll see. I guess let's figure out how we want to do this staircase. I really like the idea of just doing some slabs. Let's store up on our materials here what we think we're going to actually need. Not worry so much about some of the other textures. We do want to potentially incorporate some oak and possibly fence posts. I definitely think we'll throw in some more banners here. I think white and yellow help. It really creates a nice little, I think you're just walking in, you gotta kind of duck in underneath the little entranceway. It makes a nice and airy flowing door. I think it just works so well in the sandy biomes, but yeah, I think we might incorporate them into this as well. But yeah, I think I want to do some slab staircases. And do we want to come out this way or that way? Am I gonna make it diagonal? Could do. Could do. Yeah, I like the gradual incline that you get when you do this sort of pattern. Like so. It's a little hard to see if I'm not clearing out all this area here. Clear a little bit more of it. Yes, I like that for sure. I like that it's sort of too wide, except for the very, very tippy top, I think. It was only one. Get out of here. There we go. liked the look of it more before, but from a practical standpoint, it's just nice to be able to go up like this. And perfect timing. Let's go for a sleep. No friends yet. We're not ready for them. No guests. Okay, so from the top, yes, that's pretty unintrusive. That's definitely nice and off to the side. Yeah, I think I like that. And I think that's super easy to hide if, say, this is where the store kind of went until. Like this. Oh, sand, you are my favorite thing. Okay. Like so. Now, I wasn't really using sandstone as the walls, but for some reason I feel like it makes sense if that's where we're hiding, that kind of entrance. Now, I don't particularly feel like, do we want to try to do a little redstone? Don't particularly feel like doing redstone right now. I kind of just want to play, but it kind of makes, so maybe we'll keep it sealed off for now. Let's just one color that for now. If we keep that kind of sealed off for now, maybe that's not going to be here at all. Let's see. Yes, I want that to kind of match both sides. Like so. Okay. Get a good look at it. Yes, I like that being symmetrical. That looks nice. So, okay, so why don't we keep that in our mind here then, that this is where we're going to put in a secret little redstone door, something that just drops into the floor or pulls back. So if we do that probably on this side, because that's right where you walk up the stairs, then this should be the area where we have our store. We want to have stairs, please. Yeah, we don't need you right now. Then this would make sense being the area where the shopkeep is going to be, right? You'd need special permissions to get back into this space. Again, we can kind of figure that out once we actually want to do that. Do I want it to be too wide? Yeah, I do. I like that. I think that's fine. Right? Come up, make your purchases. Right, so your general population is not coming back here and would not have access to our secret door. Makes sense to me. So, okay, so then the question is, now that this is once again a store, what do we want to sell here? What is this place going to be? I definitely do not want all of this to be sandstone. I don't mind the back wall being it, but I feel like run wood up the sides. Let's try that. What does that look like? Not visible from the outside. Important. I think I like that. But the same problem that I ran in with the other place is I don't want to keep things too neutral. So that's why I chose another color, and I did even use some of the terracotta. But yeah, and then even here I got into some of the red sandstone, and I think that's the color I want to use to break up this place as well. Question is where, maybe we, red sand. No, I think I want to do the actual pieces. No, I want to stay away from the acacia. I think that's just too used. Like, that's just always the go-to. I mean, so is oak. I don't know. I'm not in the mood for it, so I'm not going to do it. But what if I did a little something like this? I don't know. Will it look good? It's going to make a cross. Is that good? No. Red back there? Sand. The bane of my existence. Of course. course, naturally, which means I've got a hole up here. Alright. Oh, sand. No, I don't think I like that at all, actually. I don't. Oh, but I don't mind that. Oh, this sand. Forever sand. That I do like. Don't want to mirror it on this side because we are going to have the door there. But that just feels like a place where you'd be selling some things. It looks like a good spot to place an armor stand. I don't seem to be using you, which means I will immediately need you. Okay. So what if we make this... I feel like I still need to use that red sandstone somewhere else. You know, I used a fireplace in the last build to help bring in some light, and I went with the lantern over the torch. Definitely looked better with the lantern. Is that too much to have that outside? I feel like it's gonna... Yeah, no. No, thank you. Do we want to instead... be careful of that. Fireplace back here makes sense, maybe? Possibly. I don't know. So much of my... Oh, and then you get... yeah, see, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want the smoke to get stuck right there. I don't like how that looks. But in the way I can't really do the same way that I hit it on the last one either, unless I move it way back. But then we're totally making this more difficult on ourselves in the future. So I'm going to say no to that. Just at least not in this space here. Well, you know, sometimes you just try things, and I'm going to get rid of this chest, and I'm going to need it. Sometimes you try things you think might work, and it totally doesn't, and that's fine. Right? It's not like I've got nobody watching me, judging me. Why? I'm so determined to put in a fireplace. Okay. This spot will do. I need the actual... You will do. I don't think I need stairs whatsoever, but I do need a hole. If you have enough space above it, it helps so much with how the smoke... No, can't do that. So the smoke doesn't... Oh, can't do that. Drat. That's fine. That's fine. We'll work with it. We will adapt. Fire pit in. Bam. Oh, I do like that better than... Oh, that just sticks out. Oh, okay, solutions. We fix it from the outside, showing this a very small spot. And why don't we put a barrel there? Why not? No. Oh, that's helpful. Is that the saddest barrel ever? Can I stack another one? Yes. Okay. All right. Does that work? Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe if I put a lantern on it, I'll like it. I don't know. This is not my favorite part of doing. There's probably a better way to do... Oh, I can't... Oh, please. Sometimes my brain. I'm not an expert. I'm not a pro. There we go. I got it. Alright, cool. Light hanging from in here. Is that another way that I can incorporate more of the red sandstone? I think it is. Oh, does that kind of ruin the symmetry? Okay, maybe this side. Because the door's probably going to go closer on this side anyway. Okay. That's more lit up. It's still a bit dark here. I don't know if I exactly want to... Maybe? Yeah, I can live with that. Okay, so anyway, I didn't even explain what I was thinking of doing with this store. Armor stand. Why don't we do this as not necessarily more like a clothing shop, not so much armor. Thinking more clothing than anything. What am I looking for? Item frame. Thank you. Barrel. I don't think you need barrels in a clothing store. Now, forgive me if this looks absolutely awful. Putting this in. I had an item frame in my whatever. If I put shoes in here, if that looks terrible or not. No, it looks like socks. Right. Should I put a full... Maybe a shirt would look nice. Like the leather tunic. I should probably dye these as well, now that I'm thinking about it. These should probably be in some more iconic colors. Iconic meaning, like, for the town. The town is clearly... Where's my dyes? Where's the dye? Based around the blues and the yellows, so the clothing from this town should probably represent that. Is it just in here? I'm gonna be stupid. Okay, yes, it is blue. And I need more dye. More than I'll ever need. Some nice blue shoes. Pants. Pants may stay brown. Keep it a little more neutral. I like that. Yes? Yes. That, to me, looks like a place that would be selling some clothing. And then, so if that's kind of the display pieces, do we want to do chests? Do we want to do chests? Maybe. I do that all the time. Let's see. Yeah, I believe that would be where you'd have some inventory. Do we want to carry that over and put more clothes? Yes, I think so. Put some more clothes there. What else looks fashionable? Caps. What color? Gold shoes. A gold cap? Maybe even a gold cap. And a dyed hat. Let's see. Yes. Oh! Visitors! Well, it was bound to happen at some point. Hello. Nice to meet you. Welcome to our village. There is nothing yet to purchase here, so you guys are gonna have to wait and potentially burn in the sun. Sorry about that. Did not mean to have you arrive so soon. Let's see if we can get rid of a couple of you. Obviously, that creeper isn't going anywhere. He will have to be our guide. You guys don't burn in the sun? I did not know that. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Oh, that's super annoying. Oh well, it was bound to happen. Okay, oh look at this. I love that. I love seeing the little shirt and the shoes in the shop front. I'm not as crazy about this view. This right here, I like that. I almost don't think that those belong there, but maybe featured up there. Yeah, and the hats more than the boots, maybe? Yeah, I think so, and somebody here, and I think one thing I'm really missing is some carpeting in here. I did the blue in the last shop, so I'm gonna do yellow. One of these floor rugs? Nah, too much. Rug in front of where you purchase? Maybe, sure. Sure. Get rid of you. Yeah, I mean, if somebody was standing back here, we probably wouldn't want too much back here. Just, you gotta kind of pretend that they're here. I think we just need to figure out what we want to do with the banner situation. Because I obviously can't do the same thing I did there. working on angles now. I think I want to do just white. That's going to be the problem. Is that a terrible problem? I can only do them one direction. Is that the worst thing in the world? Because, I mean, if not... Can I do one there? That looks stupid. Cool. I don't know. I don't really like that. I don't know. It's not the... Oh, please. That's not the worst thing, but that's not really what I like. I don't know. That's not doing it for me. What if I just did the outsides and left it open? Yes, I like that better. It's just feels like it is missing more, having it open there. A little overhang? What if I... Okay. Overhang instead. And da-da-da. That really cuts into the walkway a whole lot, though. Well, what if I really cut into the walkway and we go all the way out? Is that going to look ridiculous? Probably. And then we... bloop. Something like this. Oh, what? Oh. Okay. That's my bad. Is that necessary? Yes. Because I mean, it's gotta be something. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Yes. Actually, I kind of think I like that. I kind of think I really like that. But is it too much to have the kind of curtains now? I don't know. I kind of like it. It kind of feels... I don't know. Is that too invasive? Would somebody not want to go walking through that? Is it better leaving it kind of open? Yeah, I mean, does that... It almost makes it feel like it's too private. You're not meant to go in there. Could just do it off in the corners. But it's kind of like, what's the point? No. Skip that. I don't know. Maybe it's less is more sometimes. I don't know if I like that the wood column goes into the water. In fact, I know that I don't like that the wood column goes down into the water. But for some reason I feel like I don't want to use the sandstone there. It should feel structural, but kind of still match what we have going on. Maybe? Probably not. I'm going to say that that's probably going to look ugly. Yeah, I definitely don't like that more. I just don't like, because, I don't know, you don't really want the wood in the water. That's going to deteriorate. That's not structurally sound material. I guess neither would that part be either. What if we do that? What does that look like? Get out of the water. Yes. Way better. Way, 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 way better. In fact, I feel like we need to do another something like that right over here. And maybe it doesn't even have to be in there. Maybe it just has its own top like so. Right? Like this. Obviously a little bit bigger, but yes. Yes. And we'll do another post that goes down into the water. That's right, I forgot that I gotta go up one here. Is that... Yeah, no, that shouldn't come out there. Like that. And it was down there and here. Like that. Cool. Yes. Yes, I like that. Oops. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, probably something different off in the back. But yes, I like that. Okay. Very nice. I feel like this is actually turning into a believable a small little trading port. Definitely. We've got our knickknacks, treasures, but not real treasures, right? Probably knockoff, probably cheap. You know, that's not an authentic. We got that little shop here right up front. We've got the clothing store. I feel like we may have to come back in and do a little bit more of just sort of items around. Maybe another armor stand somewhere. Yeah, I think definitely another armor stand somewhere. I don't know. I'll play around with it a little bit. But yes, I think that this shop with our little secret entrance up, obviously this stairwell will need to be refined into something a little more glorious. Yeah, I think we'll do a little super simple, totally inefficient redstone to make one of these blocks into probably this block here into something that we can trigger and open. Imagine with a little gold plate back here. You'd never even notice it. Cool, and then we've got room for even another shop here, a little bit more outdoor style. I think I want to keep it not so enclosed. And maybe this is where we'll have food. We'll do some fish on some carts, as well as some like apples and wheat and bread and stuff like that. Yes, a small food mart. I think there's definitely going to be room for a better food mart over there. But I think it's smart marketing, right? You've got people coming in on the water. They're way more likely to see you with the waterfront property. And just to catch the people that come down here to shop. You know, they're down here to look at the clothes and jewelry and knickknacks. They're not necessarily going to go all the way back up here, you know, to find where we're going to have our food place all the way back here. So, yeah, to me that makes sense to just have, you know, smaller versions of some of the shops that we may see up along this way. Well, I think that's going to do it for me for today. I think that once I cover up this ugliness, there we go. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's kind of cool. I think we've got a fun plan here. I think there's some, you know, interesting builds that will be going on in the future once we start, you know, building up the mayor's place. I kind of want to save that a little bit because, I don't know, I feel like once I know how extravagant I make the other places, I'll know just how much more I have to one-up this one, whereas if maybe I build it now, I might get better ideas later on and make something else unintentionally look better than this place. So I think we'll save this spot until at least, maybe not until the very end, but a little further on. Yeah, I think that's going to do it for today. I hope any of you enjoyed actually watching this with me. Well, I don't know what you think, but I had a fun time. I have a lot more I plan to do with this area. Really just sort of started coming up with some basic ideas. Didn't even really get to too much decorating. Got really only one little shop done, but we've got concepts in place, and there's room to do much more. I want to get into some more terraforming. I will do some ugly, gross, sad redstone. I do like doing a little bit of redstone, but I prefer working on the buildings for the most part. So I hope you enjoyed this. I know I had a great time, so I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.